really came out of these, or came into these, out of spending a lot of my time focused on protest. I'd written a book about Occupy Wall Street. When I was on the book tour for that, I was looking for where are the places where those experiments of protests in 2011 in democratic possibilities might continue. That year, 2011, there were protests all over the world, and they were, and in all these occupied squares, they were experimenting with the future of democracy. And so on the one hand, I saw people from, for instance, Occupy Wall Street and then soon Black Lives Matter getting into the cooperative movement, this old tradition of shared ownership and governance in the economy, in business. And then also, while I was on that tour and my stop in San Francisco, an old friend pulled me over and said, you really have to see this thing that just came out a few weeks ago. And it was the Ethereum white paper, describing this thing that didn't exist yet, but this vision for a platform that would enable smart contracts. And that seemed to me like that could also be a space where that democratic experimentation, that deepening of the democratic project might continue in kind of a different vein. At the same time, there is real danger in this, in what is emerging here. And it's always felt that way to me. It's always felt like this is a struggle. It doesn't have those deeply embedded values of the cooperative movement. I'm curious about where you see this stuff mapping on mutualism. There is the possibility of shared ownership and shared governance. There's also the possibility of more profound authoritarianism and centralization of power and control. So to me, there's a struggle underway for the soul of what is done with this technology.